going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere? Welcome. It is the Big Trail Network. I'm its host and creator, Tidezilla83. I hope you're doing well. Tomorrow, Razorbacks taking on Texas A&M. We're going to get into that game just a little bit. We're going to talk about some things that, I don't know, might give the Razorbacks some help with this matchup. But before we get into that, if you guys would, at the end of the video, like, comment, share the content that you've just watched. And, of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button down below. And, of course, as always, don't forget about the notification bell. And if you would be so kind, check out the links down below in the description box. There's a Patreon link for the Big Trail Network. If you want to go be a member of that, it's $4 a month. Or if you would rather help the channel out in another way, or maybe just make like a one-time quick little donation, there's also a link for that as well in the description box. So let's get into this football game. Let's get into Arkansas taking on A&M and talk about some things the Hogs need to get done this weekend. You know, we talked about earlier this season, we talked about how Jimbo Fisher has inherited a pretty good situation at Texas A&M. I mean, Kellen Mond last season certainly showed some promise. You know, you've got Travion Williams, you've got some experience, a little bit of experience on both sides of the ball, and oh yeah, he's got some talent, right? And then not only that, but the transition from, you know, his style from, you know, what he carried with him from Florida State to Texas A&M, not quite as much of a challenge as, you know, going from a Brett Bielema style to Chad Morris's style, two completely different philosophies on offense between Brett Bielema and Chad Morris. So let's get to know Texas A&M on the offensive side of the ball really quick. We already mentioned Kellen Mond. He's at 1,020 yards so far in the season with 7 touchdowns with a QBR of 77. Travion Williams is their running back at 67 carries, 430 yards on the year, and then Jamon Osmond is the leading receiver at 14 catches. No touchdowns, but 216 yards through the air. On offense, they're pretty balanced. I mean, they're right at about 300 yards a game through the air, which puts them at 23rd in the country. Then on the ground, they're just under 250 yards, rushing yards per game. That's at 20th. So they're not too bad on the offensive side of the ball, and they're well balanced, and we all know that that's definitely key to have success is being balanced. You know, having a good rush attack along with a good passing attack. They average right at about 38 points a game, 38 points a game, which puts them 37th in the country, and they only give up on defense 22 points per game, which lands them right at around 49th or 50th. Stats don't tell the entire story. I make that very clear. I'm just trying to give you an idea, trying to paint a picture of what the Razorbacks might be up against. But if they want to win, maybe if they do some of these things, it'll help. I don't know. First things first, don't allow Mond to get comfortable back there in the pocket. Push him out of the pocket. Knock him around. Do what you can to create some just a little bit of chaos in the backfield. Make him beat you with his legs. The Hogs have a much better shot against his legs than they do his arm. And if he got comfortable, back in the pocket, I just feel like that'd be a bad thing. I feel like you need to make him as uncomfortable as possible and force him to beat you with his legs, because I think Arkansas's front seven, I think their secondary is, at the end of the day, that's really where I'm going with this, is that I think their secondary is weaker than their front seven. So if you can push him out of the pocket, I think your front seven are athletic enough that they can make some plays and maybe not give up so many yards to his ability to scramble. Don't get me wrong, he probably will get some yards on the ground with his feet, but I would rather that than him getting comfortable in the pocket and allowing his arm to do the rest. On offense, for the Razorbacks, get the tight ends involved. So far this year, all the tight ends combined, 10 catches, 125 yards, and I think 1 touchdown. I could be wrong on that. I think it's 1, maybe 2 touchdowns. I think Austin Cantrell has 1, maybe Patton has the second, but regardless, 10 catches for 125 yards? That is atrocious. Get the tight ends involved. It might help persuade a certain recruit, too, while you're at it. So 2 birds, 1 stone. And then the last 2, I'll wrap them up really fast. Win the takeaway battle. Don't turn the football over. And if you do, maybe once, then your defense, go out there and take the ball away 2, 3 times. We know they can do it. We've seen them do it a couple times this season. Go out there and win the takeaway battle. And then the very last thing is win third down on both sides of the ball. A&M very good, is a very good third down defense. So it's an uphill battle in that category, when you're talking about third downs, but try to eliminate third and long situations. Get yourself in third and manageable or third and short. You've got to win third down on both sides of the ball. One more last thing. Feed Rakeem the dream. Feed him the rock. Let him show out against his former team. I think that he will. Duvall Whaley, I think he's not playing. I believe he's tested positive for a concussion or something, but I don't believe Whaley's going to be playing. Get Rakeem Boyd as involved as ever in this football game. Allow him to shine in the spotlight against his former team, but you got to get him involved somehow. You know, and regardless of who gets the rock, you got to get the run game going for sure to give Ty Story a little bit of time, you know, to throw the football and kind of open things up on the offensive side of the ball. But I really believe Rakeem has the potential to be the best back in this backfield. And you started last week against Auburn. I mean, the guy's averaging, almost 7 yards a carry. Keep feeding him the rock. And let him grow in this offense. It started last week. Keep doing it. Keep feeding him the rock this week. So let me know down below, guys. What are your keys to this game? Let your voice be heard. Maybe I missed something. I'm sure I did because there are 4 other things on this list that I didn't add. Special teams and, you know, reduced penalties and what have you. But I want to know what you guys think. Again, let me know down below in the comments section. But thank you guys so much. Remember to like, comment, share the content that you've just watched. And, of course, if you haven't already, tap the subscribe button and the notification bell. I am officially taking A&M to win this game. I've got them winning 34-14 over the Razorbacks. I know another loss, but I think if I'm going to make one prediction for the Razorbacks, it's that, I mean, other than losing, it's that I think you see them take another step forward against Texas A&M. So, but anyways, having said that, I'll see you guys on Monday. Again, go Hogs, woo pig, and we'll see you next week.